Today I'm reviewing the Surge Switchpad controller for the Nintendo Switch from F.Y.E. The price of this controller is $35, and in the box you get the controller itself, a USB-A to USB-C charging cable, instruction manual, and a warranty guide. Now, one of the first things that you notice when you take out this controller is how it's stealthy looking, and it also kind of reminds me of an Xbox Series X controller. But in terms of feel, it definitely reminds me of the PS5 controller. When I'm using this controller, my hand placement is very natural. I don't have to go ahead and adjust my hands to accommodate for the size. It just fits. Some controllers, like the Lite 2 controller, are very small, and depending on your hand size, you have to adjust the controller to make sure it feels comfortable for you. But with the Surge controller, I feel like no matter what size your hands are, you're just gonna be fine. And like I said before, the best comparison in terms of feel is the PS5 controller. So when it comes to the buttons on this controller, they're pretty big. You don't have to worry about mistakenly hitting one button and then hitting another button during gameplay. They remind me of the F.Y.E Switchpad Pro controllers, so that's a pretty good sign. And even though this controller is a cheap controller, it doesn't feel like a cheap build. This controller also supports turbo functionality, so if you want to assign a single button to one of the 4 buttons on the bottom, you can do that. You can also assign macros or different button combinations to one single button. And the good thing about this is that you just do this on the controller. You don't need any other software to do this. The triggers on this controller are pretty big. They're actually bigger than the PS5 triggers. And just like the PS5, they have a long press. Now, I know a lot of gamers are very picky about that. They like a short press. So I thought that was something worth mentioning. While playing Smash Bros. And Mario Kart with this controller, it's very responsive. There's no latency, aka lag, with this controller, and it just felt fine. Connecting this controller to the Switch is pretty easy. All you gotta do is turn on the controller by pushing the home button. Then you hold the home button and the Y button for about 3 seconds, and then voila, you're connected. This controller does not support rumble, but it does support the motion controls. So if you're the type of person who likes to use motion controls during their video games, you won't have any problems using this controller. Now, I know the rumble feature is a must for these Switch controllers for some people, and if you're that person, I would definitely go ahead and look at the other options that's out on the market. But if you know you're the type of person who doesn't care about that, this is definitely a great pickup. And also, this is the month of November, so people are gonna be shopping for the holidays. I would definitely recommend, someone getting this as a gift for somebody, and they wouldn't be disappointed. Now, would I recommend this controller for any Switch player? I definitely would. It's very comfortable, it's very responsive, and it's definitely affordable at $35. I like how low maintenance this controller is. What I mean by that is the fact that you don't need to add another piece to the Switch in order for it to work, and you don't need to download any other softwares to go ahead and map out the buttons to the bottom buttons of the controller. Everything that you need is right on the controller. Now, of course, it would have been great if they added the rumble feature to this, but if Surge did that, then the price of the controller would have been a lot more than $35. So overall, I just like how the controller is. But that concludes this video. I believe I reviewed everything about this controller. If you guys think that I missed something, or if you have any more questions about this controller, leave a comment down below and I'll do my best to get back to you ASAP. But like always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.